Welcome. Today we're going to be discussing essential oils at every age. Okay, so you know how I like to say they're good for all ages. Well, we're going to start talking about some tips and tricks for every age. Let's start. Okay. So first of all, I just want to review. Aromatically is going to be an easy way that we can use them. Internally is the other way, and just start playing with your oils in your water. Try different ones and see what you like the best. And then topically. Okay, so here's a little dilution table, and it kind of helps you know what to start with, right? And this is just for filling up one of these. You can use what's most recommended is fractionated coconut oil, but you could use jojoba oil, avocado oil, um, extra virgin olive oil, grapeseed, argan, whatever you would like, but this is typically how much the drops would be per age. Now, from pregnancy, right from the get-go, I do have friends that are pregnant and learning about what to do while they are pregnant and things that they can implement right away. So, of course, the lifelong vitality is going to be safe and it's better than most um, prenatal vitamins, but you also want to be doing Terrazyme. Remember that these digestive enzymes are going to help you be able to get all the nutrients you need, but they're also going to be passed through breast milk to help the baby have a more settled stomach. And you'll be, having them, and whatever you're getting is what your baby's getting while you're pregnant. But copaiba is going to be great to help start boosting milk supply. And after that, you can do 2 drops under the tongue daily. And Slim and Sassy for when you have low energy or some nausea, it can help with that. And it also helps with swelling and water tension. Okay, so it can help reduce the swelling that might start happening. Now, when you have the baby, basil and fennel are great for applying to your breast to help support the milk supply, and peppermint as well. And just use caution not to use peppermint too often. Some women will denote that it will decrease their milk supply, but not all. So if you happen to notice that, just cut back. And I mean, you're only using a couple drops usually. So I do know pregnant women that use it, or nursing moms, if they have a headache or some kind of ache. It's just that you want to just not be using it all the time. So like infants and up to age 2, I will share with you, you can easily use On Guard Touch. This is already diluted when they're in the rollers like this. And you can swipe along their feet to help with the healthy immune system. Tamer, like babies just start crying, you're not even sure why. You can trust that you'll be able to soothe them a lot better now with these rollers. But Tamer for like the colicky baby, or when they have, some constipation or diarrhea or stuff like this, that we need to soothe and tame that digestive area. Now, frankincense and balance calms the nervous system. Frankincense is great for everyone, okay? And then balance, these babies just sometimes have a lot of stress just trying to figure out how to adapt to their new environment. They're heavier than they've ever felt. They're trying to get coordination, and a lot of, signals are going back and forth. So roll this on the back of the neck daily, and down the back along the spine. Just have like a little massage for the baby. Myrrh is great. Once the baby is born, you can cut the umbilical cord and then put it on there. It's going to be like a liquid Band-Aid and help that belly button form properly. It's also great for the nipples, and it's safe for baby to take. You don't have to worry if this is going to get in their mouth. It is the same exact makeup as the colostrum that's there in the first few days. So it's really great. And myrrh, right after they're born, myrrh connects the baby to the mama. And frankincense connects the baby to our Father in heaven and the Father. So we usually do both of those right away. Frankincense on the crown. Now, if you look at a baby's foot, it's going to be divided into zones, so it's easy to just cover a zone. And you can see zone one will be like the tips of the toes, and that would be like their head and their sinus area. So if they get a little stuffy, this is where you want to start using that. Or like a fever would be great too. Sinuses will be right underneath that tip, the very tip. That's going to be like the connector point between the end of the toe and the foot itself. The solar plexus is that third little area. The upper abdominal is the blue one. The lower abdominal will be number 5, and pelvic area will be number 6. This is easy way to learn when your baby's, fussy or having some discomfort. It's easy to put the oils on the feet all the time. So when you look up something and it'll say, put it on this area, this is what you're looking for your baby. You can easily use unscented lotion and say mix like lavender for bedtime or things like that. Use lavender as well to help them get a good night's sleep. And then if they get congested, you could put breathe in it for respiratory support. Here's some easy little tips. Wild orange actually helps with gas and constipation as well. It's going to make them happy. Cough or tummy upset and congestion, cardamom is great for babies. Then frankincense, also, like babies get the little milk bumps or baby acne, you can do that, and then it's going to help with their immune support. Cradle cap on their scalp, and it's going to be great for their brain as well. Then when they're sleeping or they're fussy or having trouble sleeping or teething, Roman chamomile is great. You can also do clove for teething babies on a Q-tip. It won't be like Orajel, it won't go all over. You could easily just wherever you touch with that Q-tip will get numb. But Roman chamomile is really gentle and easy too. Balance, you could also use on the skin for any kind of discomfort they got going on or diaper irritation. I know I also have friends that do the roller bottle of Melaleuca and the roller bottle or tea tree and the roller bottle of lavender. And they just carry one of those dedicated to the baby's diaper. And every time they change it, they just rub those on. They just roll it on the baby bottom and it's good to go. Now, the gas in the tummy area would be the tamer again for colic. You can do the orange in balance for uplifting their mood, getting into the toddlers over here. So when they're having that tantrum, the perfect twos, and then for immune support, but when you have ear, they're getting ear infections, I would do some lavender and basil on the back of the ear. And then calmer when you just need to help them settle. And you could do that for the tantrum too, or sleep and emotions. They might be scared or, different emotions come up with young toddlers. Now, great oils for just breastfeeding in general would be clary sage, fennel to increase, basil to increase, and peppermint to decrease. That clary sage at the beginning. And then diaper spray, like I said, that Melaleuca and lavender, and then go ahead and throw some frankincense in there so that it'll help, just boost those. Now, going 2 and up, okay? So when we're getting to younger kids now, so make sure you're going to start getting them on the vitamins. You want them to start having that foundational nutrition as well, and the IQ Mega, so that their brain is getting everything that it needs. And make sure you're doing that daily. Get the PB Assist and keep that gut healthy for them, okay? And then On Guard beadlets are great if you see something start up, or the touch, rub it along their spine, especially along, the cold season. Just do it along their spine every day, and they'll get in the habit and they'll help with that, keeping a healthy immune system going. The kid collection is a great and easy. The little card ring, flashcards will help you remember what to use them for. They also, on the sticker, if you see a little man on it, it's for your body. It has a little heart, it's for your emotions. And then there's a picture of a brain, for thinker and stuff like that. But these are already pre-diluted. They are the right blend for kids and, can help body, mind, and spirit, and easy to send to school or anything like that. They have these little toppers that go on top, and it's like a little keychain for the individual oil, or you can put them in the whole little bag. And once we're getting into school, stronger, I would just start doing the stronger. It's like the on guard, but let them carry that around. And anytime they feel something, let them use that. Wild orange and vetiver for them to be able to just sit still, but chill out and help with homework or calm them to go to sleep. For sports and leg cramps and stuff like that, you can use the rescuer, kind of like a past tense for adults, and then tamer again for the tummy. Now, with this year, I know so many parents were asking about homeschool and stuff like that. So here's like an easy routine for both the teacher and for the students. So in the morning, I would wake up right away and use balance if you're a teacher, because all the stress that might happen. Um, if your kid's got that going on, then go ahead and use calmer and things like that too. But around lunch, you might want to diffuse some on guard and maybe do some frankincense and using that during the day. Then add some adaptive either to your pillow or to your bath so you can de-stress at the end of the day and deal with all the emotions. And it actually is going to help with focusing and stuff the next day too. Now for the kid, when you wake up and they just don't want to get up, wild orange and peppermint are great to get them up and at them. And it also helps their brain to start. And then around noon, they might want to use the thinker and apply it to the temples in the back of their neck to keep them focused again for the afternoon. And then at night, lavender and balance. Let them just chill. That's like the liquid Xanax to like just relax, be calm, be grateful and happy. Now, Aloe spray for all kids and whoever have you. You can just take some fractionated coconut oil, add some melaleuca, lavender, and frankincense, and spray it on there. It stops the pain, but then it's cleaning it out and it's helping it to start healing. And then steady and balance, go to those often just to help kids feel good and grounded. And, these are interchangeable, right? So balance is for stress for adults. Steady is a little bit different, but it's the grounding blend for kids. So, as things happen and maybe they're doing things after school before you get to them, or you want them, just transitioning when they're going back and forth or different things are happening, I would be using this a lot right now. And here's some more. So I'm showing you what the equivalents are. So for bergamot, it's a citrus oil and it's in the brave blend for courage, for giving them some motivation, right? Protective blend is the on guard. Tamer is the digestion. I mentioned that. And calmer is like serenity. So it soothes the brain, it calms them down if they're anxious or can't get sleep. Those are going to be for that. And then rescuer. Now this is funny, but it's not just for soothing for aches and pains. It actually does have some things that open airways for breathe. So it's kind of like a combo, and you can use it for either way, whether we're opening airways and soothing that area or for your muscles and so forth. Now we're getting to the teens. So you can start with the HD Clear if we have any breakouts going on, and helps with balancing their skin as it's changing, and start getting on that lifelong vitality. They're only going to need a half a dose. So one in the morning and one at night of each of these, but it's really going to be key as their bodies are starting to change to have more balance and better, foundation for health. They're going to really appreciate if you give them their own diffuser at this time. I can tell you, as soon as you get to the preteen, and go ahead and get them their adaptive and get them both Clari-Calm. Boys and girls, they are going to have hormonal fluctuations. The Clari-Calm has been great for a lot of guys as well as girls. Okay. So, as these changes happen, they can have, mood swings and all kinds of different things. Yeah. Grab both of these. You'll be happy that you did. They will too. So here's some team support for girls. Tea tree for some blemishes and boosted immunity. Anxious feelings or help with emotions can be adaptive. serenity for sleep as well as calming, hormone support as well as cramps and PMS will be clary calm, and in tune for studying and focus. The boys, we're going to have the same thing. Um, Girls can play sports too, but it's just an easy way to swap it out. They can still have the clary calm as well for hormone support and the kid guy PMS. Um, or teen PMS. And then girls can have the deep blue for muscles as well. All right. Same thing with wild orange. But guys kind of gravitate to some different smells. Like lavender, female likes it. Men do too, but sometimes men don't like it as flowery. So petitgreen is like the lavender for guys. But wild orange guys tend to like. My daughter likes wild orange too, but those are interchangeable for sleep and for mood. Okay. Uh, Wild orange will uplift your mood though, however. And then peppermint, beadless are great for fresh breath. And of course, girls can have that too, but guys can use extra boost because sometimes they forget. Um, and then don't forget the emotional oils. These, there's other ones, all oils can be used emotionally, but these are the key ones that as they go through different phases and stuff like that, like forgive for renewing and peace for just reassurance and motivate to get encouraged and stuff like that, just let them be able to have these. I can't tell you how many parents have thanked me. And then even adults, they're like, these are what really get me through a day. As my emotions shift, I can go to different oils. And if I'm not sure, I can smell it and decide, not that one. No, not that one. Oh, this one, this is what I need. This just feels really good right now. So if they're not even sure how to describe what they're feeling, let them smell it, let them see how they feel, and they'll find the one that works for them. All right, so for adults, of course, we're going to also need lifelong vitality to fill in those nutritional gaps that are getting bigger. And, as we age, we start losing some of the vitamin things that go on in our body. So, and some of our things just drop, right? So this is going to increase, we're going to need some boost, increase energy, mental clarity, and decrease inflammation. Terrazyme we're going to need to help our gut, our digestion, and all of our connective tissue now that they've been stressed through teen years and kids. Add lemon to our water. Kids can do this too. Yarrow pom. So this is where this starts kicking in. We really care about this. 1 to 2 drops in the morning and at night to help with your metabolism. It also will help boost your immune response in your body and help you to promote healthier looking, younger skin. And then try ease. Maybe if you have some seasonal allergies going on, take 1 to 3 as needed. And this is just going to replace your over-the-counter stuff. Now for women, bergamot is great. Now, again, this is interchangeable, but for stress and self-confidence, adaptive for your emotions and feelings, serenity for sleep, hormones and stuff like that, PMS and cramps could be the clary calm, anti-aging. Now, I can tell you Jason would steal this, but you might want the Immortelle. Let me say that Immortelle can be really strong because this is not diluted, okay? Some of the rollers, if it says touch like the deep blue does, that is diluted. If it does not say touch, it's not diluted. So helichrysum, a lot of times we put anti-aging stuff around our eyes, and the helichrysum can be really overwhelming for some people. The other oils in it are more gentle, but what you can do is a lot of people will open this bottle up, get another roller, and cut it in half. I even know people that have cut it in third or a quarter. So you can stretch this and make it go further and just dilute the rest with, fractionated coconut oil. You make your own Immortelle touch, okay? Now, copaiba is great for dry skin, but also let's boost our immunity. Let's help our entire nervous system and all the rest of the systems in our body. Digestin is what you want to carry all the time for any kind of digestive upset, as well as gas. Sleep and snoring, as well as phlegm, could be majorum. Deep blue is for your muscles and stuff like that, and wild orange to uplift this and calm our mood. Now, don't forget, like when we're talking about aromatically, look at these different things and try. Like citrus bliss is great for uplifting us. And, you know, you could be using that instead of those candles or different things like that. But my kids carried this around all the time. And in school, they were like, you know, or when my daughter was in the hospital, they were like, she always smells so good. Here comes Jaden because she has this tangy smell, you know. Um, Motivate and adaptive touch. You can use these to reduce stress, but also increase your energy. It's going to be great for your adrenals, but you can use these together. And that sometimes people don't realize you can mix these together as well. I know my son loved motivate and console. And so it was like he wanted to go and do stuff, but he would almost hold himself back. So he needed to be comforted to go ahead and take that leap. And then the citrus oils, just to keep you staying in the game. They're going to elevate you and they're going to, you know, pump you up and help you with hydration and stuff like that as well. So make sure you're using them all three ways, internally, topically, and aromatically, and just take overall care of yourself. Now, as we get to the aging years, we want to make sure that they know that they're going to always use fractionated coconut oil because their skin is going to start being a little bit more sensitive as it gets thinner. It's going to absorb more, and you know we want to dilute and make sure that they stay on top of the lifelong vitality because they're going to need additional joint support, help with the energy, and just nourish and protect their brain. Turmeric, you know, it's got that dual chamber, so you're getting a curcumin and a turmeric oil. It's going to support their heart and cardiovascular and inflammation throughout the entire body. Make sure that they also have the bone nutrient complex because they need to watch their bone density and provides 100% of the daily recommended amounts of calcium and magnesium, which is important. You cannot absorb calcium and other things if you don't have enough magnesium. It also contains the vitamin D2 and D3, the amounts that you need. These are also critical for a lot of things going on in your body. And this is also key for immunity. Okay, right now, a lot of people are talking about taking additional Ds, okay, because of immunity. Okay, here I'm going to just address again about the ratios, how to make a roller. You know, fill up that roller bottle a quarter of the way for 2 and under, 2 to 6 a third, and 6 years and up, you would be like half of the bottle. Now, listen, I make rollers for adults, and they're not halfway filled. Okay, so you don't always need to. This is saying this would be the max. If say there is a recipe that's a lot of different oils, or like, hey, when we do the cleanse for kids, remember you're putting like 30 to 50 drops. So you would look at their age and then see how much of that bottle is actually filled, right? So then you know what the ratio should be for them. So 30 drops might be fine for like the 2-year-olds, but like, you know, 50 would be for the older kids, right? So that's why I'm saying that. But on occasion, it's like usually 10 drops, you know, this, 10 drops of that, 5 drops of this, and it really will only even fill a quarter for adults. So we're not always doing that much, but this is just a guide. As you can see, you know, as the baby ratio to the child and the elderly. And then dogs, you want to make sure that you especially dilute for them. And then Symphony of the Cells. I want to tell you this, and if you look, you can go to symphonyofthecells.com, I believe, yes, and you can purchase their book. They tell you different things to help a lot of different health concerns. And what it's doing is, here's like the basic protocol, okay? So all it is you're taking these 4 oils and they have like a little code. So this is shoulders, and then let them breathe it in. And then what is that? Oh, on the bottom of their feet. And you're just rubbing these 4 oils. I believe actually it's more. Let me see. I carry it around with me because sometimes people will, you know, ask me about different things. Oh no, okay, it's just those 4. All right, I couldn't remember because a lot of after the basic, most of them have at least 10 oils. So like the cardiovascular, that's just the top 5. there's 5 additional ones. So usually you have 10 oils, and after the first one, you're really just rubbing it along the spine. You just put 2 or 3 drops along their back and rub it along their spine. Just rub it in circles, cover their whole back, and then rub whatever's left on your hand on the bottom of their feet. And it's really cool because you can see a lot of changes. Let me just explain what a good example, okay? Probably the best example I can think of. This is the book, and it's really cheap. I can't remember how much it is, but they're not expensive. And here's the code, so it'll tell you like, you know, the nose and sorry, and where you're putting it and what area, right? Apply to the hand and stuff like that. And then it gives you the instructions on what to do. But then you start looking up, okay, we looked at cardiovascular, but like backaches, migraines, neuropathy, sciatica, and it's listed on this side of what you might be looking for, like arthritis and so forth, right? And then this is what the protocol is. And then it tells you what to do. So, you know, some of them they're rubbing it along spine and bottom of the feet, right? And you just go through and that's it. It tells you which oil to do and you just follow it. And I mean, it takes like maybe 7 minutes. So my daughter had kidney stones. We went to the hospital and she was like, oh my gosh, you guys never find what's wrong with me. And they were like, no, we're going to find it. We're going to find it. And so she had a kidney stone. It did take hours, but and ultrasounds and everything, but she had a kidney stone. And they gave her an IV with some pain meds and everything. And we came home and she's like, can you do whatever needs to be done for kidney stones? So we looked up kidney stones, and we did that. There's actually 2 of them. So Maxim was one, and then I believe, anyhow, we did it along her back. And like, I wasn't even focusing on her kidneys, but I did it along her spine. Now they said you might have to come back in a few days. It's pretty big. She might have to have it removed. But this can even help to actually start breaking it down. And we did it along her spine, and she was like, that took away the pain a lot better than what they were giving me in an IV. So you can get great. And like, I had a concussion and I started doing this and it would just alleviate what I was feeling. So even just having a cold or whatever, you can start doing the basic and things like that. But this is a great book to have on hand. And I just wanted to start sharing some more ideas with you on, you know, how you can do this. And I mean, it's not going to take long, but if you have something going on, like when I had the concussion, I would do it every 2 or 3 days, and I could tell it was helping me. And I mean, I can't imagine where I would be if I didn't do that, because the concussion has lasted 3 months. Not majorly, but I still see some things going on. So if I was not doing anything additional, like when my daughter had a concussion, when we went to the hospital, they're like, I smell oils. Who has the oils? And my daughter raised her hand. And she said, well, what are you here for? And she said, concussion. She goes, oh, I'm glad you're using oil because there's really nothing that we can do other than monitor you and tell you what you can and can't do for a while. So they were like happy that you're helping your brain and everything, you know, while there's nothing they can really do. So back to where we were. So that was that, but I just wanted to show you, you know, what, oh, this is the other 5. Okay. So this is what you do for cardiovascular, and it's really easy and just giving you some ideas and tips. So here's for beginning, you know, your next LRP, loyalty rewards. You can do the lifelong vitality, the Terrazyme. Maybe you want to get some tamer, balance, and DDR prime. It's just another way to go if you want to try some different things going on. And that's it for all ages. Now, if you think of some other questions, I know I just ran through a whole bunch, but I just try to encourage moms. Like my mentor, Debbie, she is a doula. And so she gets people while they're pregnant and starts, you know, showing them these things that they can use for nausea. You know, there's a lot of things you can't take at that time. So she's guiding them and they're using it for them and they know it's safe while they're pregnant. And then when she delivers, she's using it during the delivery even for the contractions and for all kinds of things. Okay. And then when she delivers the baby, she's putting them on the baby right away. And moms start going, oh, wow, what else can I do? So like, it's great to see, you know, how easy it is. And then those kiddos start rubbing it on. Like there was like a 3 or 4 year old and she was like, Sissy, because she was like, my stomach hurts. And then the little toddler came up and was rubbing Tamer. Like she can't even read, but she's rubbing it on her stomach. She can tell the color and she knows what she's used. So they will pick up really quickly. They'll know how to help themselves when they can't talk. They can start figuring it out and helping you. And we're just creating this modality that they can do that's going to be safer and work better for them. And they're going to have this. And I even have a friend who she went through this chart and she said, this is what I use when I'm grouchy. This is what I use when I'm mad. And she had like little faces and she was saying that and she was about to go to kindergarten. So you can start seeing that they will be better equipped as teenagers, knowing that they can have help with their emotions when they're frustrated or angry and, handle it the appropriate way and start communicating and stuff. There's even oils for helping you communicate. So really just get digging in because there's so many different things and you'll learn more and more with each class. So let me share a little bit more now about sharing oils and a little bit more about the business. All right. So business made easy. I'm going to talk to you about building a pipeline. So, you might have heard about people come to this class and some want to just live healthy like you're learning to do. Some want to start sharing with friends and family and just get their things covered for just as a little, reward for sharing. And some want to start earning income, right? And, there's a pipeline and that's because that will be residual. As a pipe just carries the water for you, it's easy, right? We turn on the pipe, it's easy. Well, there's a story of a man who his job was just to carry the water from the village, and this is true, from the village from the water source to the village. And it was like, a far distance. It would take him an hour or so, and it was a distance. And so the only way he could make more money, and he was paid for delivering to certain families and buildings, and he would just have to make more trips. So, he was thinking, man, how else could I make more money? And so at the end of his day, he would spend another hour before going home starting to build a pipeline. And, when it got to be the seasons that you don't want to be outside, people were like kind of making fun or, what are you doing? Why are you doing this? And nobody's going to appreciate this, nobody but you, and things like that. But he was like, you'll see, you'll see. And when he finally finished that pipeline and turned the spigot, yeah, it was mainly his job became easier and he could make more money because he wasn't having to travel hours just carrying 2 buckets, right? Now he could just fill up a bucket, go bring it, fill up another bucket, go bring it. His day was shorter. He could work less. He could also make more, right? And he had the time freedom that he didn't have to travel and things. So like we're doing by sharing with others, just by having people use this in their home, we get a little bit percentage and paid by that and pay for helping them and helping other people learn to do the same thing. And this can be an income that won't fluctuate. I can say that during COVID, actually, a lot of us have had our business grow because more people have left the workforce. They're looking for something else to do. They are concerned about their immunity. They want to be healthier. It's more affordable right now. Some of them lost insurance with, a job that was providing it. And there's just so many different things, and people are looking and they want the emotional support and, they want to take care of their families better. So just typically, we're working a traditional job and we're going to work trading our hours, right, for money. And sometimes there's a limit. I have worked different places where there was a limit. I was at top of the office, and where else am I going to go? So if I can't move up, your earnings don't really increase as much. Um, you don't have time freedom. You have to work when they say work, or you have to have time that you get paid time off, right? And if you don't, then you can't go. And you're helping other people live a better life and have their dreams met. But when we start doing sales of helping people use this in their home and just buy it for themselves, we can have true residual income and there is no limit. We can help as many as we want and they don't have to build. Helping can just be showing them how to swap out products in their home and be healthier and get rid of headaches or things like that. We will have our earnings increase and we can choose our own schedule, how many days we do it, and when and where, and have that money still come in, whether we take the day off or not. It's not dependent on that. And then we can start building other dreams for ourselves. Now, I have told you that doTERRA is the most tested and trusted, over 8.5 million customers. I've told you it's used worldwide with doctors and hospitals, and it's the largest essential oil company. They are the leader. There is no equivalent to their oils. The growth rate of the company is similar to Apple. They did $1 billion in 7 years. They have a record-breaking retention rate of 65%. The customers just stay because the products are amazing, but the average standard for the industry of sales is 13%. What does that tell you about what we have to offer? And that helps you know that you can truly create a residual income. And they create partnerships with the harvesters and growers around the world. They are privately owned and debt-free. So I talked about building that pipeline. And this is something that, I keep looking and helping other people do. And it's great to see the changes in their home, no matter what that might be. It might be a small amount that you're looking, and it might be bigger. I do have some friends that are dentists or chiropractors, and they're looking for something that will really support them when they're ready to step back. And, like my friend Debbie, who delivers babies, she, now she does it on her time. She doesn't work for a hospital. And she chooses how many patients she wants. She knows that she'll be on call, but she doesn't have to take a lot of them. She has replaced her income, but can do what she loves on the level that she wants and still get that money. She doesn't have to do hundreds of patients. And now she is working to retire her husband because we have seen her cousin. The couple are both retired, and we want the same. I want to retire, my fiance, and pick what we want to do after that. Because when we have that income, we can choose to do other things to help our community and do good in the world, and we would love to do that. So how do I make money? Well, you're going to sample like I've talked about, and I will help you teach them, or I will teach you to teach. Remember, I taught you the 3 easy, cool things about essential oils and 3 ways to use it, 3 ways to buy, and then we help them get their own accounts. We just want to give them their own accounts that I don't want to be taking orders and dropping off things. So let them get what they want. Everybody knows how to proficiently do Amazon. Let's get them to do that for themselves for their health, and let them be supported in knowing and learning all the things they can do for their health, and all the different systems, and really take ownership here. So there is different income potential, and like I said, it depends on what you are looking for. But I couldn't share with maybe some of my medical professionals or attorneys or things like that if it wouldn't be enough for them, right? So there has to be all different levels so that we can do what we need. So I could retire a lot less than my friend Debbie that delivers babies, right? So you pick what you're looking for and what you're wanting, and based on that and what your goal is and how quickly you want to get there, then we can decide how many hours you have and determine how long it'll take. Because if you only have 3 to 5 hours, it might take a while to get the income that you want, but we can start there, and then maybe we find some people that can do it with us and be on your team so we can make that time doubled. But maybe we just supplement your income, right? And you have more hours to give. So we don't need to rely on others, we can start with you, and then we'll find some others that I'm sure will want the same. And as we help others, that's how we continue to grow. We help others learn to get healthy, and others who want to build a business, and others who just want to improve their health. So replacing the income is going to take more than just a supplement, right? So I would say minimum 15 hours a week to get replacing your income. And we can figure out things to meet your time allotment that you have and figure out something, some schedule. I do this with everyone and I say, how much hours are you going to put? Okay, now this is what I would do to optimize that time to get more results with that time. And so, could this work for you? Are you passionate about oils? Are you passionate about helping people feel better? Do you care about people? And do you stick to a system? Like you're going to have to learn the different things, like how to teach it, and how to share it, and what it does. And can you follow a system? Then you can get this done. We have an easy to follow building system. So what's next? Identify which type of person that you are. And if you want to share or build, let us know. Make sure that you're in these classes so that you're learning the things you need, and attend like the Business Made Easy presentation. So it's going to look deeper into the compensation and teach you some other things. And we'll address some of the compensation a little bit more in the next class. But get connected. Look at the daily mentor calls if you're really wanting to build. And she starts teaching you the class or teaching you how to sample the little things, and then builds upon the simple things so that you gain understanding and how to effectively share to get the most out of your time, the most out of your efforts, and actually make a good income. So I'll just share with you that residual income is exciting for me. I, am looking forward to getting married. I'm looking forward to having more time with my kids and being able to travel more. I really want to help Jason be able to find what he loves and do some things together that when we have money, we can, like I said, pick things that we want to invest in and people we want to help, and plan for our future and own it. So, I really just wanted to be able to cover my car note, and then I did that. And then I just wanted to be able to, pay for our insurance and different things, and I did that. And so, after I did that, it was like, okay, well, let's just pay for a wedding, let's just do this. And, you know, more things can become options, right? So suddenly you just know that it's time to start something new and trust the magic of new beginnings. We're learning about oils, and we're learning about supplements, and we're learning about how our body can heal and give them what it needs. And, it's new and things are changing. It's 2021 and we're all ready for new things. So I hope you take the advantage of everything you want to learn for yourself and reach out to me or the person that invited you so that we can help you with the other things that you want to discover. Alrighty, that's all. See you next time.